I always believed marriage was built on trust, that invisible bond that holds two souls together, even when the world feels heavy. For years, I thought my wife Emily and I shared that bond. We'd been married 7 years, and while things had cooled a bit with time, I still loved her deeply. I believed our late-night talks, shared dreams, and quiet laughter meant something, but I was wrong. Somewhere along the way, I became background noise, steady, reliable, invisible, and she found excitement elsewhere. It began with small changes. Emily grew distant. Her laughter sounded unfamiliar. Her hugs became brief. She was always busy, always with friends or staying late at work. I wanted to believe her. I truly did. But instincts don't lie. The phone she guarded, the perfume she no longer wore for me, the new lingerie that appeared without explanation. It all added up. Still, I stayed silent, hoping I was mistaken. Until one night, when I found my proof. I was working late in my home office when her phone buzzed on the counter. A message lit the screen before fading. It was from a man named Chris. "Can't wait to see you tomorrow. Same place." My stomach dropped. My hands shook as I scrolled through their messages. There was no denying it. The woman I trusted with everything was sneaking around behind my back. I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I stared at those words until the pain hardened into resolve. That's when I decided I wouldn't confront her with anger. I'd confront her with closure. The next day, as she got dressed for dinner with friends, I kissed her cheek and told her to have fun. Inside, I was ice. That evening, I followed her, keeping my distance as she drove downtown to a cozy Italian restaurant. Not the kind of place meant for casual girl talk. Through the window, I saw her walk in and smile. That same radiant smile she once gave me. She aimed it at the man waiting for her, Chris. He stood, pulled out her chair, and kissed her hand. That was enough. I parked, took the envelope from the passenger seat, and walked inside. The room fell silent as I approached their table. Emily's smile froze the moment she saw me. "Daniel," she stammered, eyes darting between us. "What are you doing here?" I didn't answer right away. I placed the thick envelope in front of her and said calmly, "You forgot something at home." She looked confused, then opened it, and her face went pale. Divorce papers. Her hands trembled as she flipped through them, realizing what they meant. Chris shifted uncomfortably, clearly wishing he could disappear. "Daniel, please," she whispered, her voice breaking. "This isn't what it looks like." I let out a quiet, bitter laugh. "You're right," I said. "It looks like dinner. But we both know what it really is." She reached for my hand, but I pulled away. "I was willing to fight for us," I said quietly. "But I can't fight alone." Tears filled her eyes, but I felt no sympathy. Not yet. Not after what I'd seen. The other diners watched in silence as she whispered apologies that no longer mattered. "I made a mistake," she said, choking on the words. "It didn't mean anything." I looked at her, the woman I once promised forever to, and felt an ache I couldn't explain. "You broke something that can't be fixed, Emily," I said, "and the worst part isn't that you cheated, it's that you thought I'd never find out." I turned to leave, but she stood and grabbed my arm. "Please don't go," she begged. "We can fix this. I'll end it. I'll do anything." I gently removed her hand and looked at her one last time. "You already ended it," I said softly. "I'm just finishing what you started." Then I walked out, leaving her standing there, tears falling, her lover too ashamed to move. I didn't look back. For the first time in months, I felt free. Broken, yes, but free. A few days later, she came to pack her things. There were no more tears, only quiet acceptance. "I never thought you'd actually let me go," she said softly. I nodded. "You never thought I'd respect myself enough to." That hit her harder than shouting ever could. She left without another word. Months passed, and life slowly regained color. I rebuilt myself piece by piece. I got back in shape, reconnected with old friends, and returned to my photography. Then one evening she messaged me, just 4 words. I miss what we had. I stared at it, then replied, so do I, but it's gone now. That's when I understood something important. Sometimes closure doesn't come from answers or apologies. It comes from the moment you stop waiting for them. That night at the restaurant, when I handed her those divorce papers, I didn't just end a marriage. I reclaimed my dignity. And as painful as it was the first time in years that I truly felt